memorial bench. Again, Bob Clark was the director. And Bob Clark actually has a short little cameo in the film. So when the neighbors are outside and they're admiring the old man's major award in the window, the gentleman swayed standing next to the old man is actually Bob Clark. And now another little funny about that, he's wearing modern day clothing, modern being 1983. Oh. But he has a Miami Dolphins stocking cap on. The Miami Dolphins were not a thing yet in the 1930s and 40s. And he has a Cleveland fireman's jacket. So,
that's so cool.
Yes, and now he's since passed away. So that's our little memorial.
A lot of people think the old man's name is Hal because he says, "Shoot, Hal." I didn't know. Yeah.
It's amazing.
So that was, yeah. So a lot of people thought it was Hal, and they.
Yep. All right, guys, we'll go ahead into the museum. Whoa, you okay? You all right? Shake it off. Shake it, please. Alright guys, well welcome to the museum. So when you guys walk around, feel free to take all the pictures that you like. All that we ask is that you please use no flash photography. Over on my right, you will see our famous fan art wall. Now, if you are a super huge fan, great artistic ability, and come up with something creative and unique that's related to a Christmas Story movie, you can submit it to us at info@achristmasstory.com and have your art displayed on our fan art wall. Now, in my right corner, you'll notice Knee-High Cola. Knee-High was a popular cola in the 1930s and 40s. And that is actually what gave Mr. Shepard the inspiration to come up with the Knee-High Leg Lamp Award. You'll notice on the Fragile crate, okay, what's it say on there?
His end up.
His end up.
Oh, I'm like,
What do you think it should say?
this end up.
This end up, yeah, so a little movie funny. As they're bringing in the major award on the front porch, it says this end up. Then when it's in the entryway of the house, it says his end up. So the crate was actually too big to fit through the front door of the home. So they cut off 6 inches to get it through, taking off the T, which left it saying his end up. So now, just a little funny, they continue making them to say his end up. All right, guys, so there's a few different rooms in here. There's actual props from the movie or things that are related to the movie. Feel free to roam around. In like 15 minutes, or when you guys are looking like you're all done, we'll meet at the Holy Grail of all Christmas presents, the Red Ryder BB gun, and I'll give you guys some fun facts. So what would you and in the subject, you enter fan art. Yeah, just call us. Okay, way easier. Yes. Yeah. And this is all for sale. This is all for sale, yes. Considered a campus, the business itself. So, Christmas Story House is considered a historical.
It's actually his bib from the movie. Some Randy outfits. His pajamas.
Yeah, that would be horrible. That would be sad.
Some story poster. Some fan art. Way too fast. Here's some Ralphie stuff. actual suits. This was a deleted scene. Wouldn't have been robed. This is the listing. Focus, focus. This is the listing on eBay. This was the house. We started doing the renovation. And they dedicated it. Didn't see that. Go back in time first. This is the Bumpy's house.
All Christmas presents, the Red Ryder BB gun. Now there were 6 of these unique pieces made for the movie. And what makes these 6 very unique, as you'll notice on this picture of Mr. Billingsley, he was actually left-handed. So they had 6 of these made for a left-handed individual. And you'll know that the tassel is on my left and the compass and sundial is on the right. Now, now we know where 4 are. We just discovered another one. But obviously we have one. Then one went to an unknown producer. Another one actually that Mr. Billingsley used right there went to him as an actual Christmas present. And then a new one was just discovered in Canada by one of the producers. So now we know where 4 are. So there's 2 of these unique pieces out there in the universe. If you got your hands on one, hold on to it. You have a cool conversation piece and a very unique piece of Christmas story history. Now, Mr. Billingsley also has the sheriff's outfit and the bunny costume, if anybody might be wondering where those are. Now you'll see over here on good old Cleveland Street the making of fake snow. So in November of 1983, Cleveland did not get any snow accumulation at all. So they had some help in making fake snow for the movie, and they had some help from the Cleveland Fire Department. They used 3 ingredients to make fake snow. One was firefighter's foam, the second was soap suds, and the third ingredient is something that you might be able to find in your kitchen. Does anybody want to take a guess at what that might be?
Baking soda?
Good guess? It was actually instant mashed potato flakes.
Oh.
So the scene where Mom and Dad are admiring the snowfall, the big front picture window of the Christmas Story house, there's actually a gentleman standing on the rooftop of the Christmas Story house sprinkling instant mashed potato flakes to make it look like it was snowing. And they put fake snow all down Raleigh and Cleveland Street, you know, to make the whole neighborhood look like there was snow, obviously. Now, no Cleveland public schools would allow the fake snow to be put on their grounds. It was just a mess to clean up, which is another big reason which led them to do some filming in Canada. Canada showed out with the snow, so all the school scenes were filmed in Canada. Which leads me to talk about Miss Shields a little bit. Little fun fact about her. Now, she was played by Teddy Moore, and she was the school teacher. She was actually 8.5 months pregnant during filming. Now, in the 1930s and 40s, it was frowned upon to have a pregnant school teacher. So they put some padding around her, hide her pregnant belly bump so she could carry out her role as Miss Shields. She came here to the Christmas Story house and visited us, so all across that chalkboard in the Canada room, the A++++, she actually wrote that there for us. So that is her writing. So, all right, guys, if you guys are all done in here, we will go out to the fire truck, and I will end the tour there, okay? So here we have a 1939 Ford fire truck. Now, this is not the original. The original is actually in a museum in Canada, but This one was donated to us from a fine couple. They did a lot of restorations on it, fixed it up very nice, and it looks similar to the one that rescued Flick from the infamous flagpole. Now we're going to talk about this flagpole situation a little bit. How many of us thought that was a real flagpole? I know I did. I'm not scared to say that. I totally thought that whole situation went down. Okay? However, no children were actually harmed in the making of this film. That flagpole was a piece of PVC piping that was painted to make it look like a real flagpole. They cut a hole for Flick's tongue and they used a vacuum suction to keep him stuck to that flagpole. All right. Now Flick was a big prankster. He would play jokes on the crew all the time. So they decided to get him back one day, and they actually went to lunch and left him stuck to that flagpole. So joke was on Flick, right? And none of the cars that were featured in the film, they were just volunteered from local car collectors in the Cleveland area. They just volunteered their antique cars and drove them through the streets and were featured in the film. When it came to doing the parade scene, they had help from 2 local high schools. One was Revere High School marching band, and Revere was actually featured in the film wearing their 1930s and 40s military style uniforms. And then they had help from Parma High School marching band. And Parma High School was actually used for the audio portion. All right, guys, this is it for me. You guys have any other questions? Nope. I could try to help answer? No? All right, well, I hope you enjoyed your time here at A Christmas Story House. I enjoyed my time here with you guys. If you're thinking of leaving a review and you loved your tour, you can mention me as your tour guide. Again, my name is Amanda. If you did not like your tour, feel free to make up a name. That's totally fine too. All right, guys, enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you.
Thank you.